All right, so now we're getting to a really fun part of legato called two-hand tapping. And essentially, it's just hammer-ons and pull-offs, but you're also using your picking hand to make notes. So, say if I were going to play something like something along those lines, which that's kind of a complex run, but it's not as complex as it probably sounds because I'm really only using this one finger on my picking hand to just make a few notes here. And the rest of the work is actually being done with my fret hand. So how do we achieve this and get used to our picking hand doing this? All right, so for this, I'm going to mute the strings with my fret hand just for this as example. But essentially the idea is you are just going to that's it. You're just going to tap on the string just like you would tap on a table. So just no more than that, So if we're going to play something like that, as far as regarding a pick, you can either, some people will take the pick and hide it, they'll put it in their palm, as they're doing this. I mean, that can be difficult because if you're trying to, and sometimes some people might just place it here, some people might grab it with their thumb, and I mean, you could probably even put it between these two fingers. It just, however you have to do that to be able to make that happen, because you could probably easily slide it with your thumb here and then do what you got to do. So if you were so I just had it sitting like this when I did that. So whatever you've got to do to not lose your pick, because that is definitely something you don't want to do. You want to practice being able to go between picking and doing the two-hand tapping to do this. And so all you're doing is just simply tapping on it and make your own notes, You can even just have fun with it. Especially when you get into learning certain modes, you can really use it to your advantage if you want to play something crazy and technical and fast, but you want to play it a little bit cleaner and you want to be able to move through it quickly. So it can help you in a lot of areas. It's not just a thing to show off. Sometimes it is something you can actually use to your advantage, and it's like having an extra set of fingers, I mean, because it basically is, you're just using your other hand. But it's a fun little thing to do, so have fun with that. So if you couldn't see it clearly, so the move I was talking about was basically when you have your pick and you simply just open up your hand, slide your thumb in, and then you can tap on the fretboard, and then you can essentially slide your pick back towards you, if that helps. So yeah. I don't know if that clarifies it at all, but hopefully that helps you. So just like with hammer-ons and pull-offs, this works the same way essentially. So if you're going to ascend, you would hammer on, and then this would be your last note. If you were to descend, do pull-offs, now to break that down, so to play something like that would be, you wouldn't really even have to hit this note. You can just literally keep that finger on there if you're going to be repeating this. So don't even lift that finger off, just keep it on there. And then so you would do that hammer-on motion. And the other trick is you don't necessarily have to you almost kind of want to pull the string a little bit and let go. So this is exaggerated, but you want to have a little bit of that because you want the string to be able, you almost want to go in a either downward or upward motion, just barely, not enough that you would notice it. Only it would just help to snap the string a little more. Where if you're just tapping it, you can just tap it. But eventually, if you can get comfortable with it, you can just barely move your finger, just up a little bit, down a little bit, as you're pulling away. This is just tapping. And this is me kind of barely pulling the string a little bit. Again, tapping. And then really picking the string. So if you can see it from here, that's just tapping. And I'm giving it more of a percussion on that. So, and then the principle of going descending is, so ascending you're stacking. So and for descending, you're technically unstacking. So everything will be already on the frets, and then you'll just be releasing them. So hopefully that clarifies that a little bit more. All right, so hopefully all of this was very fun and helpful. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and ask that you like the video, subscribe, all that other social media fun stuff that I want to plug in there. And of course, recommend this video to anybody else who is just learning how to play guitar and wants to know a little more information. Watch this whole series. I hope you go back through and you check everything out because there's a lot of information that I put into this. So have fun, and I will see you next time. Bye.